Hey everyone, I am Nate and welcome to Hyper. In today's video, we are going to be having a look at the top 10 animals that you are glad are very dead. Super dead. They actually don't exist on this planet anymore. Long gone. You're fine. Relax. Let's get onto the list. In at number 10 is the Meganeura, or a giant dragonfly. If alive today, this would have been a real fear for anyone who suffered from insectophobia. This large bug is the grandfather of most dragonfly species and was found around 300 million years ago, with the first fossil remains being found in France around 1880. The wingspan of this bug got to be around 70 centimeters or 28 inches across, which gives it the title of the biggest flying insect to have ever existed. Fun fact, this creature actually makes an appearance in Ark Survival Evolved video game that won't attack your character unless you attack it first. Survival of the strongest, baby. In at number 9 is the Titanoboa. If you suffer from a fear of snakes, then you're probably pretty happy that this snake is no longer around. Found in Colombia 60 million years ago, this snake could grow up to 12.8 meters or 42 feet and weigh up to 1,135 kilograms or 2,500 pounds. In the jungle, the snake would have lived off other reptiles. To give you some perspective, the biggest snake species at the moment is the green anaconda that can only grow to around, 8.8 meters. In at number 8 is the Helicoprion, or a sharky spiral sword mouth shark fish. It's not really a shark, even though it looks like it. What might really give it away is the unique structure on the bottom lip that is known as a tooth whorl. Not a whirl, a whorl. Fossils of this fish have been found from Australia to North America and Asia, dating back to around 290 million years ago. It's not just the tooth whorl that makes this creature a little scary, but also it would have been up to 10 meters long. Unfortunately, because the shark is made mainly of cartilage, the remains of these fish break down. Fossils of them are so rare that we would have had to have guessed how they used their teeth. This made finding where the actual tooth whorl of the shark went very difficult for the Russian geologist who found it in 1899. He originally thought that it was kind of like a swordfish, but it curled up like the trunk of an elephant. I'm just happy that they're no longer around. In at lucky number 7 is the Entelodon. What animals do you see being combined to make this creature? I can personally see a combination of a rhino, a boar, and maybe a cow. With an ancient Greek name translating to complete tooth or perfect teeth, this creature lived throughout Europe and Asia somewhere between 37 to 28 million years ago. It had 2 toes on each foot and was built to run fast. Apparently they were incredibly aggressive, especially to one another. Males would have roamed solo while females would have had some sort of pack leader male. It seems as though the only real threat to these animals would have been themselves. This was supported by fossils found with tooth marks matching their own teeth. As long as they were only fighting each other, then I would have been fine because this creature could grow to around 2 meters tall. Fun fact, this animal also makes an appearance in Jurassic World the game. In at number 6 is the Piranha. Really self-explanatory name, it's not hard. Hopefully you can get what it is. It's a big piranha. Current piranha grow to be anywhere from 12 to 35 centimeters or 5 to 14 inches long. This type of piranha, however, grew to be a little bigger at 152 centimeters or 60 inches long, hence the name Megapiranha. Found in 2009 in Argentina, the species of piranha lived around 8 to 10 million years ago. Another absolutely terrifying fact about this species is that it had a bite force that was around 14 times stronger than modern species of piranha. The idea of these nasties existing resulted in a 2010 movie called, of course, Megapiranha. I don't know what is worse though, the actual fish or the movie. I would prefer to interact with a real Megapiranha than actually watch the movie. In at number 5 is Forest Racidae, or terror bird. Given the nickname terror bird, it should be pretty easy to understand why this carnivorous bird made it onto our list. This was a diverse group of flightless birds, similar to emus and ostriches, except these birds were predators. They lived in South America up until about 2 million years ago and could grow up to 3 meters tall. These nimble birds could reach speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour, meaning that not even the fastest human alive could outrun this terrifying creature. And if that wasn't enough to scare you, their beaks were so strong and sharp that they could kill other animals by striking their heads downwards and crushing their skulls. That was a bit upbeat. In at number 4 is the Dunkleosteus. This unusual looking fish actually looks like the combination of a Feebas from Pokemon and those flying ships from the Disney movie Atlantis. Dunkleosteus consisted of about 10 different species, with the largest species of them growing to be 6 meters or 19 feet and 1 ton in weight around 360 million years ago. This would have been before any large species of shark existed, making this the biggest, scariest and meanest predator around. It didn't have teeth, but bony plates that made its mouth similar to a beak shape that could open and shut very quickly and generate a lot of force. It actually kind of looked like it had fangs that were continually sharpened as this predator opened and closed its mouth. So much force was generated that it didn't matter if you had a shell or not, this fish was going to eat you. In at third place is the Deinosuchus, or the giant crocodile. With a name that means terrible crocodile in Greek, I am personally happy that this ancient creature is no longer around. Living around 83 to 72 million years ago in the United States, this croc would have grown to be around 10.6 meters and weighed around 6 to 7 ton. Its size is not the only scary thing about this animal. It also had a bite that was over 6 times stronger than modern crocodiles and potentially a stronger bite than that of a T-Rex. In at second place is the Anomalocaris. This shrimp-like creature lived approximately 530 million years ago, and fossils have been found in Canada, China, Greenland and Australia. Growing up to 1 meter long, these sea-dwelling predators had unique and terrifying tentacle-like arms extending out from their mouth, which they would use to grab their prey. Oh, and these tentacles had teeth on them. Not only that, their eyes had 16,000 lenses, which means they probably had the best eyesight of any living thing when it was alive. Through fossil remains, they were thought to have eaten animals with hard bodies. Because of all of these facts, scientists believe that this creature was one of the very first predators in existence. Before we reveal number 1, what have you thought of our list so far? Have you heard of any of these creatures? Are you happy that they're dead? Can you think of any other list that we should do? Let us know in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from all of you, but it is now time for number 1. In at first place for the animal that you are super happy is super dead is the Megalodon. This giant shark is probably the most famously known extinct species, with a movie recently screening about one. With a name that means big tooth, this shark would have lived approximately 23 to 3 million years ago and is considered to be one of the largest and most powerful apex predators to have ever existed on this planet. Growing upwards to 18 meters or 59 feet long, this shark would have been big enough to hunt ancient sea turtles, seals, and even whales. They were almost 4 times as big as great white sharks are today. Speaking of great white sharks, they currently attack their prey from underneath, aiming for their stomachs. Whereas because of its big, strong jaws and incredible teeth, the Megalodon would have just bitten its prey in half. That's terrifying. You definitely don't want to be around this Megalodon. Oh my god, that was so bad! That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like, as well as subscribe and check out some of our other videos. I'm Nate, this is Hype Hub, and we'll see you all next time.